Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben 10 Universal Ensemble, where today we are making that raid tier list that I promised. So this is going to actually respond to every raid possible, so that's going to be all the, like, what, 4 of the space raids, and then the raid tower, and probably every future raid, because I'm going to be honest, I don't think they're really going to do any changes to those, and I think they're all just going to be the same. So let's go ahead and get started. We are obviously going to start off with the original series, so that's going to be like Diamond Head Forms, Ghost Freak, Grey Matter, Heat Blast, Rip Jaw, Stink Fly, Upgrade, Wildline, and Accelerate. And since I want to be relatively fast, we're just going to go and do it how I did in the raid tower, where it's going to be like yes, no, and probably. And as you can see, we've got the tiers being can't win, probably gonna win, you're definitely gonna win, and you can win through glitches. So the win through glitches, I'm going to explain. There are probably some guys who can win through glitches, and I just don't know the glitch that they can use. Like, I imagine Ghost Freak can probably win through a few glitches, but yeah. So we're starting off with Diamond Head, who cannot win. He is very slow. He doesn't do a lot of damage, or well, he probably does do a lot of damage because you know, he is a slow character, so he's gonna have some damage to back it up. But I just don't see him being able to win, especially in the raid tower. Like, the raid tower is definitely gonna be the biggest problem for a lot of these guys. Forms is another character who can't win because of the fact that the raid tower has Way Big, and Way Big is definitely the reason why I wanted to change the can win tier to, or the mostly win tier to lose to Way Big tier, because Way Big is just a wall. Ghost Freak is gonna go to can't win because he really only has, like, what, I don't know, like, he's got punchies. Ooh, I messed up. I should have taken a pick as Zascare, or whoever you pronounce his name. Bro, somebody came in my comments and complained that I was pronouncing his name wrong, then spelled his name wrong. I was very angry. Grey Matter has literally no attacking moves. He is not going to be able to fight anybody, like, at all. But I didn't take a picture of Zascare, who is, like, he's got a tentacle attack, so, and nothing else different from Ghost Freak, so he's not going to be able to do it either. Now, Heat Blast has ways of keeping people away along with a good damage output, and if anybody gets close to him, he's an AoE area of effect that also launches him into the air, so he's actually going to be going into mostly win, so we're going to put him there, so he has a decent chance of being able to win. And Rip Jaws is up next. Now, he does have the slap move that launches people a good distance away, but the cooldown and damage does not make up for it, along with the fact that that's not going to be able to hit multiple people. And in a raid tower where there are multiple people coming after you, it's not going to be doing that great. Now, obviously, I might be messing up since I'm doing these solo. That's not going to be good. Now, Stinkfly can fly, but his damage is next to nothing, along with the fact that he can hit multiple people with his small slime ball. The goo can hit multiple people, but other than that, he's not going to be really doing much. I apologize if I'm talking too fast. Upgrade, he's got the blast move, and then nothing else aside from that. He can upgrade stuff, but the devs haven't given him a lot of love aside from that, so he's not going to be able to do much. Wildmutt, though, you are my favorite alien. Your little bite strangle move, if you kill someone with that, Wildmutt has a high chance of actually killing himself with that, so he's not going to be able to do much with that. Accelerate, you can run fast, but you don't have any other moves aside from running fast, unfortunately. You could take your mask on and off, other than that, you don't got anything else. And boom, there's the original series. Only one character has a small chance of winning from the original series. Isn't that fun? Next up from the original series is going to be the Alien Force coming up after that. Very nice. First up is Big Chill, who's actually going to be going into the Can Win series. Now, because he can go into the Can Win series is because he has high damage, along with the fact that one of his moves can actually trap enemies in place, and he has the slowing effect, plus he can fly. He can phase through stuff, but that's not really going to be doing much. That move's just kind of useless, so he's just, yeah, he's good. He does a decent amount of damage. He was one of the most annoying aliens at one point, so he can definitely go there. Brainstorm, you're useless. The barrier move is somewhat good in raids since you keep everybody away, but aliens like Forearms and Wrath, who can use those AoEs, tend to go through that, so Brainstorm's not going to be doing much. You're kind of useless. Next up is Chromosome. Chromosome's whole gimmick is taking damage and then dishing it back out. Unfortunately, in a raid like that, where aliens like Forearms and Wrath, again, are coming after you, those guys do the most damage out of, like, every alien because they are the big slow ones who do a ton of damage. You are going to be useless. Though you can fly, again, you can only attack if you are attacked. Now, Echo used to be one of the strongest aliens, but then they nerfed him, and he has a big cooldown now on his screaming and all that good stuff, along with the fact that clones actually can't target NPCs because you can't lock on to NPCs, from my knowledge. If you can do that now, you couldn't do it back when I played, and since they nerfed Echo, I haven't exactly been using him a lot. Now, Goop, though you have acidic mode, which increases your damage, Being able to stick them in place does not affect the NPCs from my knowledge either, along with the fact that your damage, even with acidic mode, leaves a lot to the imagination. Your little slide under move is kind of stupid and really sucks, and you know, even though you got buffed, you're still kind of trash. Humongousaur, you know, you're really big, and that rock move is kind of decent. Making yourself bigger doesn't help though, since you're just making yourself a bigger target. You're kind of stinky, if I'm gonna be honest. And I can't even smell, so that's saying a lot. So, you kind of stink. You're seeing why we need those cheat aliens now, right, everybody? Oof, Jet Ray, one of the worst aliens in the entire game. Oh, I'm so sorry, bro. Is that all the space I have? Oh, wow, I ran out of space already. Yeah, you can see why the can't win has so much space down here. Because, yeah, a lot of these aliens are not exactly the best for raids. But Jet Ray does low damage. He has a high cooldown, and he's just kind of terrible, so you're not doing anything. Ah, Spider Monkey, my good friend, you also suck. You suck pretty bad, so you're gonna go in the can't win. You got a web stick move, but web sticking in place moves, they don't really work. Ah, Swamp Fire, you, my good man, you are our first introduction into the win through glitches. The pollen move that you have will actually force people into the sit animation because the pollen move puts them to sleep, so you can win through glitches because NPCs are incapable of jumping, which means they cannot get out of that, and that moves us on from Alien Force, I believe, to Ultimate Alien. So winning through glitches is basically, from my knowledge, you can like sit them down. Next up is going to be Ultimate Big Chill, because we're an Ultimate Alien now, and Ultimate Big Chill is a 100% you can win if you know what you're doing. But Sleep Pollen is one of the ways you can win through glitches. That is definitely possible, and we're actually going to introduce to our second win through glitches, Cannibal. Whenever Cannibal hits someone, they ragdoll and they sit. And again, if they get put in that sit position, they are going to be unable to get up, so you can win through glitches like that. Ah, our star of the hour. Now, see, if I was using the Shadow Realm, I decided not to. We would definitely put Ultimate Echo in the Shadow Realm, because he is your #1 for raids. He is literally the best character. I don't know if all of the raid videos are out right now or not, but if they were, he would be there. Ultimate Humongousaur. I think you've got ranged moves, but you're still Ultimate Humongousaur. You're kind of stinky. You've got increased HP and increased damage, but you're not too different from normal Humongousaur, so you kind of suck still. Same for you, Ultimate Spider Monkey, along with the fact that you're a little... I don't know, man. Spider Monkey and Ultimate Spider Monkey just ain't really cutting it out here. Maybe they would be able to do more if the NPCs actually got stuck in place. But then again, their attacking moveset isn't really too viable. Ultimate Swamp Fire. Now, you have a chance of winning. That's why when we went into the raid tower trying to win legitimately, I used you, because I was like, I know for a fact Swamp Fire has a chance of winning, because he can actually dish out a decent amount of damage. I know that's a fact. As much as I love you, dude, you are unable to win. You have a chance of killing yourself when you attack others. It sucks, I know. It's okay though, I still love you. As terrible as you are in this game, it's alright. So next up on our list is probably going to be the Unlockable Aliens, which is a relatively long list, but I think we'll be able to get through it. So Armadillo, he has a grab move that's definitely going to be holding him back because they can attack him during that. He has that relatively big AoE though, so it's like, but yeah, other than that, I'm going to put you on can't win for now. Now, I'm sure everybody's going to get annoyed at me, like, oh, you know, I was able to beat it with this, I was able to beat it with this, blah, 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 blah. Sure, I'm sure you were able to beat it with this guy and this guy, Artiguana. You've got range and slowing, and you've got a lot of range and slowing. I think you might be able to win. I'm not sure, though. I don't think your damage is capable of doing it. I'm stuck on Artiguana. I don't know if you could win or if you couldn't. For now, I think I'm going to put you in can't win because I've never seen it with my own eyes, but it could be possible with Artiguana. I'm not positive though, but I'm sure that there are people who have been able to win with aliens that I'm putting in can't win, and they're going to cry in the comments like, oh, I was able to beat it with Blitzwolfer, who again is also like a better Echo, but again, both of them got nerfed really hard, so far they haven't been able to win, and blah, 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 blah. I'm sure you were, you know, you did great. Buzzshock, you have a decent chance of winning because you can fly, and your damage output isn't too bad. That's going to definitely help you out, along with the fact that you have the shield move. So if anybody jumps up and is able to get to you, you can use that shield move and kind of smack them away. So you have you know what, actually, here, let me just double check on Buzzshock really quickly, because I don't remember how Buzzshock work, because there's just like a million aliens in this game right now. So I'm just gonna quickly double check on Buzzshock. You know, he's got the electric shield. And he's got the, oh no, okay, he's just worse nanomech, never mind, sorry Buzzshock, you're going and can't win, you are just worse Buzzshock. It's definitely possible with him, I think it could be, but you're just worse nanomech, and nanomech's already secured his spot and can win. So, well, I guess since you're just worse nanomech, you could probably go in there, but if I put Artiguana and can't win, I guess it's only fair to me to put you in there. Ooh, Cannonball, alright, you can win through glitches, obviously, since you are there, and you can go here, and I'm sure everybody's wondering, like, oh, you put Swampfire and mostly win, and Ultimate Swampfire and can't win. Chameleon has no attacking moves, like, at all, zero, zilp, zitch, and NPCs always know where you are, so his invisibility isn't helping him either, so he's not being able to do anything there. Ditto, clones can't attack people, and that's all Ditto can do, and unfortunately, I know the cover-up guy, the guy who, like, actually made cover-up watches me, so I'm gonna feel real bad when I get to cover-up. So, you've got some range and a lot of knockback, so he's kind of like a miniature Heat Blast. I think it could be a little bit possible for him, but if I did that for Artiguana and Buzzshock, I think maybe I should just, like, put them here in the mostly win, since they might have a chance, and instead of just saying, like, oh, you know, because if I'm like, oh, for these guys it's probably possible, it would be better just to, like, throw them in there just anyway. So I think I'll just do that instead. If I think they might have a chance of winning, even if it's like a 0.01%, I might as well throw them in there anyway. Plus now it'll be easier for me to catch the guys who commented before watching, so I can laugh at them. So we'll throw Buzzshock and Artiguana in there, because I was like, you know, they might have a chance. So I might as well say, hey, you know, they got the chance. And again, if I do want to, like, be like, hey, this is actually going to be the way big could have done it thing, then I can just throw them there. Next up is Lodestar. Lodestar is not going to do it, so I'll just put Lodestar over Artiguana. So just put you like, just put you over Artiguana. There you go. Oh gosh, and let's see, next up is Nanomech, who definitely 100% can win. It'll just take you a very long time because he has low cooldowns and low damage, but he has a 100% chance of winning. I know that for a fact. This is interesting. NRG. I'm going to put NRG with his armor on down here because NRG with his armor on can't fly. But I think NRG with his armor off might have a chance of winning because he can fly and his damage output's really good. And NRG with his armor off restores his radiation over time, so he'll have a constant surge of the radiation, so you won't have to worry about that too much. Wrath is definitely not going to be able to win. No way. Zero chance. Negative 101% chance of winning, bro. He's like 4 arms, but better, basically, because he can dash around and, you know, get angry. You know, cry to his mummy. And target on NPC. I can't even use his target move on NPCs, actually. I don't know. Snarrow, you're gonna be unable to win. You've got the Snarrow move, which like traps the NPCs in place, but again, they can't get stuck, so that'll just hit them and bring Snarrow right on top of them, so he'll just kind of get beaten to death, and then it's like, well, dang, what do I do now? Sigh. And Snarrow dies, and it's like, darn. Well, that's the end of that, and I'm gonna need to make this a little bit bigger, aren't I? Uh-oh, okay, let's take this, and boop. Because our can't win area is getting a little bit bigger. So next up is Spitter, who he's got a lot of knockback, so he can definitely do keep away. He's kind of like Nanomech. I think it might be plausible for him to win. And he has the stick in place, but the stick in place I don't think will work. But his damage is like absurdly low. Like, I think he does even less damage than Nanomech. But, like, if you want to do long game, it's all up to you. Upchuck is literally impossible, because you can only eat things from the junkyard now. Like, you can't even eat alien parts, so he's, like, not even fun to use anymore. which, please bring that back, bro. It was so much fun to eat stuff from the junkyard. I don't like how that picture looks. Hold on. Let me fix that. But he can't eat stuff off of aliens now, and it's like, dude, he's so boring now. I just want to have fun with Upchuck. I just want to be able to eat anything. Like, he could eat stinking... He can eat parts off of, like... He can eat their armor. Make him do that. I want to eat plumber armor. Ooh, next up is Water Hazard. So, I remember I said Water Hazard might have a chance, but looking at his moveset, I don't think he can. He has the ranged move, but it's like, his damage is super lackluster, and the Water Stream is super not useful, and then the charge move is just gonna smack him into his enemies, and since they're AI, they will immediately, on contact, use the slam move, like the forearms and the wraths. And I just want to say, I didn't know that forearms was a Tetraman off the top of my head, and everyone now thinks that I don't know that forearms is a Tetraman, which I just feel sad now, because I'm like, darn, now people are gonna think I'm not as smart as I actually am, which is fair, because obviously I'm dumb. But way big health, big damage. He can definitely win, but he's gonna take you a while, because way big is, you know, he's really big and everything, and I think there's a high chance that he will like glitch stuff, but whatever. Not glitch in the way that you want to though, but like he might just like screw up the system. But Wild Vine, you're not gonna be able to win, I don't think, because bruh, honestly bruh, if I'm be real with you, you're kind of stinky. I messed up that placement a little bit, but I think that's fine. That's all the unlockables. Yeah, that's all the unlockables. So next up is Unobtainables. So we've got Adamas, who I think has a relatively alright chance of winning. But like, let me just double check Adamas's moveset. I think he's got the Diamond Head spikes, right? Does he have the Diamond Head spikes? Yeah, he does. So he's got the spikes, so we can probably like stick them in place. And he's got the Solar Beam, which does God knows how much damage. And then the Slam move's alright, I guess. So I'll put him in mostly win. And then we're probably gonna have the Bensus. Yep, Bensus. No ways of attacking. And you may be the most defensive alien in the game, but if you don't have any ways of attacking, you're just gonna be a walking target, my man. So that's tough, you know, hate to see it. But next up is I'm so sorry, my guy. I've learned that Cover Up actually didn't get his full moveset implemented in the game. That's why he's kind of stinky. And literally just D4C from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but yeah. That is unfortunate. Cover Up's not going to be able to win because, again, the clones can't even lock on to NPCs. So, unfortunately, hey, to the boy, Emode, who made Cover Up, bro, you got cheated. That's all I'm going to say. Energy Driver is pretty annoying. Since he runs off of battery, though he definitely can win, you could easily get yourself messed up, because if you just keep attacking willy-nilly, which you're probably going to do, and you're probably going to be using the strongest move, the nuke, you will definitely mess yourself up and run out of battery really quickly. Firecracker's only move is to make a really cutesy fireworks display, so he's not going to be able to win. But with Energy Driver, you can definitely mess up and just run out of battery really quickly, like, and screw yourself over. And like, that's not your fault, because the strongest move again takes up all of your battery, and you will just ruin yourself completely. And that's like, honestly, bro, like, that's not your fault. Like, that's just a mess up of, like, that's just a mistake everyone will make. But Frankenstrike, ton of HP, big AoE, he's got a range move, he's gonna be doing great. He's really good to use, but also unobtainable. Next up is Justice Bug. Now, Justice Bug is interesting, because he's got a ranged physical move. What does he have? Like a jump move, a kick, and, oh, his kick costs HP for some reason, but he can heal himself and increase his HP. I don't know. I don't think he could win. He's got a defense increasing move, an HP healing move. His one attacking move costs HP. I don't think he could win. I don't think your homie Justice Bug got this. But hey, Justice Bug is really cool because he's based off of Kamen Rider or whatever. The guy who made Justice Bug is probably cool. And I really like Justice Bug design. He's really cool. And Rollerbolt is not going to be able to win because his charge up takes really long now, and physical. But now all of the aliens are done, is what I would say, if we didn't have the original concepts that are introduced now. Ultimate Brainstorm. No way in heck are you going to win, bro. You've got one attacking move, and that just launches you around, and you've got to be really close for it to even hit because it comes out your bum. Disgusting, first of all. Ugh. Gross, bro. So, next up is Ultimate Heat Blast. Now, if Heat Blast is going to be in mostly win, Ultimate Heat Blast should be in can win, is what you think I'd say, right? Wrong. Ultimate Heat Blast, from what I know of, doesn't even have any staying away power, right? Disgusting. Also, this display is like completely messed up actually. You'd think that I would say Ultimate Heat Blast is goated and you know, all that good crap. I don't, is Ultimate Heat Blast even on here? Because from what I know of, though his moves do like a ton of damage, unlike Heat Blast, he doesn't have the staying away power, like his moves don't have knockback. But he doesn't like the Heat Blast's Fire Screen move has knockback and keeps him away, but Ultimate Heat Blast's doesn't. His damage makes up for it, but you know, whatever. I'll just put him in mostly win. Instead of can win, I'll just put him in the same tier. Whatever, it'll stop you all from crying, right? Probably. Alright, next up is probably going to be Ultimate Diamond Head then. He's slow. He's so slow. He does a lot of damage, and the wall is good for keeping people away. But he's really slow, so if you let everybody get... It's like when you play Call of Duty and trying to keep the zombies away. They, that's what you're trying to do with Diamond Head. You're trying to keep the zombies away from yourself, and if they get close enough, that's it, you're done. So I'll put him in mostly win, I guess. And that's all the original concepts, so now let's go over to abilities. So, we're gonna go ahead and start off with Anodytes, which are magics now. It doesn't really matter if you're Anodite 1, 2, or 3. I think with any form of Anodite, you're gonna be able to win, primarily because of the fact that you can fly. And fly with all the ranged moves. Like, if you're Anodite 2, I think, because you'll get the nuke move, you'll be able to win. It might be Anodite 3 for the nuke move. I don't know which one it is. But, you know what, it's fine, because Anodites can fly, and Anodites are goated, and when I said buff Anodites, I meant fix the spawn rate, so can't stress that enough, because people don't watch videos, but, I guess normally next up would be Karate, but next up can be just the mutant race, specifically mutants, not as supposed to be 1 through 3, just mutants. These are mutants. This is a mutant. Look at me, this is a mutant. These are mutants. These are the ones that can fly. These guys, they can win. These are mutants, they can fly. These are specifically Mutants 1. Now we're gonna go and look again. Now, Osmosians, however, Osmosian 1 through, like, what, 2, I think? Which Osmosian is it? Because there's no, like, visual depiction for Osmosians. Is it Osmosian 3 that can do it? I think it's Osmosian 3. Let's see. So, how about I do this? I'm going to paste another picture of the mutants, and I'm going to put it here, just like this, right? You know, same stuff, you know, cool. Following, and then take out my brush. I'm gonna zoom in real close. Go right over here, make them a little bitty. We're just gonna, whoa, 3. And then for this one, it can be 1 or 3. Doesn't matter. Do not care, bro. There we go. So we've simplified that. So it can be Anodite 1 through 3, and then like that, and then like, actually here, let me zoom in again. This can just be like M for mutant. And, you know what, actually, let me, like, Osmosian 3. So I'll put, like, an O. And, like, yeah, give me this color. We'll just get rid of your little... I'll cut off your wing with my amazing photo editing skills. There we go. Alright, so now we've got Anodite 1 through 3, Mutant, and Osmosian 3. We fixed it, boys. Now, we can paste our abilities of Osmosian 1 through 2, which can win, because he's only on physical moves. Bruh. And now we're gonna go down and zoom in on him, and scroll all the way down. This can be Osmosian 1 through 2. So we fixed that. That should be easy enough for all of you small brains out there to understand, right? Cool. Awesome. And now we're gonna go into here, and what are the last abilities? Like Karate, which can't win, because those are all physical abilities too. And I took the picture of the Karate Sensei, instead of like a picture of myself or some random person with karate. For nanites, they can fly and they've got a pretty good set of skills with like range and AoE, so I think they could probably win. So I put them there. And for time walkers, I think they might be able to win, though I'm not sure, so I'm gonna put them here. I put them in mostly when I took a picture. Instead of taking a picture of like Generator X or Professor Paradox, I just took a picture of the thing you get in order to get that power. So I hope that's alright for you guys, instead of like a picture of the character. Even though I did that for these guys instead of like a book or, you know, stuff like that. I think it works out fine though. So I think everything here is fine. And I think that's everything, yeah. Yeah, that's everything. Alright, cool. So there is our tier list for everything, like, a tier list for all the raids. Very nice, right? And this is like, can I, like, I can't. This is, like, the best I'm gonna get. That's all I get to move around, yeah. There you go. So there's all the powers and everything for the raids. This is a tier list for raids specifically, just in case I can't stress it enough, or in case you guys can't read, which I know you can't, unfortunately. So as always, I hope you all like the game. Favorite the game, like, comment, subscribe, like, and as always, I will see you all in the next video.